Hello and welcome everyone to part 24 of the Iceni Let's Play for Total War Rome 2. We continue where we left it off, about to attack the sons of Samurios. My army with veteran riders, sword band, spear band, ballistas and slingers. We should be able to bring them down, I'm hoping. Those mercenary axe warriors to worry about though. But we shall see. To battle! It's a pretty even deployment. And they are receiving a further 1,680 troops through the garrison army that will be reinforcing them. If I can win this battle, hopefully in the next few turns we can finally get those chosen spear band and chosen sword band out, which are my more veteran troops. And after that we can start going towards the like druid warriors or whatever they are, and of course the painted ones. Elite infantry, and heroic nobles. Just got heroic riders over at where the Pictons used to be. So, hopefully we can make this a victory soon here, and then we can start breaking out the elite armies, essentially. They're ready for battle, jumping up and down. So, let's get them going. Spearband. I'll bring you to the edge of the forest here. And then we're going to have the swords over here on the flank, to flank round, push around the flank. And then with my lovely slinger friends behind, I can take them off skirmish mode, but just going to keep them defensively behind this time. Veteran riders, we're going to have group 4. Oh, and we've got deployable defences as well, because we've been here a while. I'm going to have them over here, hidden. Charioteers with my general. I'm going to have them over on the right. Let's see if we can get some flank going on. Some flankensy. Ballista! Good. We want them around about here in this sort of clearing, and we're going to go for explosive rounds in the trees. Deployable defence, actually have quite a lot. Oh, damn it. Fireballs every time, but I've got no hills to do them on. Are there any hills here? Otherwise I would fall back. No, unfortunately not. I've got my balls here. I just want to set my balls on fire. Is that too much to ask? I'm gonna place them in front of my troops anyway. They probably will not roll, but you know, we'll try it. Sharp bedstones. Just place it along the line. Why not? I'm actually going to pull my men back a little bit from where they are. And then barricades for my men. We'll place them along there. We've got stakes as well. Just kind of interlace them in between all my men. There we go. But now I'm going to bring all my guys back. Bring my slingers back to here. And my spears back to here. There we go. My sword band can stay up there, that's good. Okay, so there's all deployable defences. Let's go! So the enemy is in front of us. They're short swords. Pulling away. May well be because they're waiting for their reinforcements to come as well. They are attacking me as well, I think. So they should have to come to me.
Enemy reinforcements
there we go, enemy reinforcements are approaching. So I'm going to pull these guys into the forest over here. So hopefully these guys will get into the trees as soon as possible. And the enemy can't see me yet either. They can't see me moving these troops up with the line of sight system. I can only see a few of them. I'm going to get them walking as well, so they should start hiding into the trees. And they are pulling back here. I was kind of hoping they'd come toward me because I've got some lovely defences for them. But they are regrouping with their reinforcements that are coming in back here. Mercenary Celtic horse. These slingers running across the plains. I have a huge host arrayed for them, along with all my defences in the trees here. The sharp stones and fireballs. Damn it! Why don't I have a hill? In fact, they might roll backwards because they're on a little bit of a hill there. Dear, where are my other balls? They're along here somewhere. There they are. These might work a little bit more, but not much. One day I will have a hill. I mean, I've got the hill in front of us, but we couldn't really pull much further along that, unfortunately. One day I will have a hill, and I will be able to use my flaming balls. So let's just see what the enemy is doing. I'm taking my time here, don't need to worry about them. What are they doing? They're forming up. I'm going to whack it on fast forward to see if they're actually going to come and attack me. I have a feeling they're not. Oh, no, they are. Maybe. They are reforming, at least. Come on, man. Come, bring your pretty face to my swords. What's the range on my ballista's range is only to here, so we're not going to hit them anytime soon, unless they do advance. But looking on the minimap, they are coming toward us. Let's have a look at this from the tactical map overview. Let's do it like that, so we can see them coming towards us. I really should use this more often. I would love if there was a way. I'm sure it could be done, but it would probably be... I don't know if it's a fair bit of coding or not, but if any of you ever played a game called Supreme Commander, that had a fantastic option. If you had dual monitors, which I do, that you could make your secondary monitor. Normally, most games don't activate the secondary monitor. Some of them make it go black. Most of the time these days you can get it to stay open. I normally have temperature monitoring software, my Steam friends list open on that, so I can glance across and see who's online while I'm playing. Temperatures and things like that as well, which I've just got used to wanting to monitor and things like that. But Supreme Commander had this awesome feature where you could enable your second screen to have a mini-map, which was like this, and you could basically zoom in and out on the battlefield. I think you could give commands and select troops from it as well, but it was a really good way because Supreme Commander was such a huge game in terms of you needed to watch the huge maps and what was going on and different base building and things like that. You really did need to watch what was going on. It was such a big game. That was such a brilliant feature, and I think this tactical map, maybe if not in Rome 2, but in future Total Wars, I think that should be an option perhaps to consider, having this tactical map available on a secondary monitor. It's kind of essentially a huge mini-map on a secondary monitor, but one that you can actually interact in. You can take your mouse over to that other screen, bring it back on, and you can actually interact with that secondary screen as well. Anyway, let's drop back down. The enemy is advancing towards us, if very slowly. But I'm not going to move out of my position. I'm holding my position. I'm going to let them come to me. It's given me plenty of time to talk about Supreme Commander. But yeah, that was a good game. It was a good game. Unfortunately, like so many games these days, the second, or the iteration, or the sequel to Supreme Commander, not Forged Alliance, that was brilliant. That was a good standalone expansion. But the second Supreme Commander was just crap. If you haven't played the first one and you pick it up, it's a pretty generic, it's an alright RTS, but it pretty much lost all the great features from the first Supreme Commander that made the first Supreme Commander so good. It lost the epic scale, it lost some of the awesome endgame units. It was just really kind of like, what were you doing? People liked and loved the first game. Why didn't you just, upgrade the graphics, bring in new units, new factions, new storyline, new campaign? The campaign was actually pretty good, and then, leave it there. Maybe some people might say that's not worth a full, $29.99 or $34.99 on release, but I would have paid that. I'm pretty sure fans of the first one would have done as well. It's unfortunate when that happens, when it completely changes from, nearly everything that was recognisable of the first. I really should play Supreme Commander again. I might reinstall that. Because when the system that used to run Supreme Commander Online, GPGnet, went down, or it got closed, I think actually you can activate your keys on Steam now, which is pretty good. So I might well do that. If you see me playing Supreme Commander and Forged Alliance soon, you know why. Although, to be honest, I am just looking out for games to tide me over for the next day or two until Battlefield 4 releases in the UK on November 1st. Anyway, I'm going for these explosive rounds. As you can see, they look rather cool. They're smashing into the enemy units. There's kind of disruption damage, and it just looks nice. I'm going to try and hit their cavalry here. They're going to be incoming very soon. There are a huge amount of skirmishers in front. I'm not going to bring my skirmishers forward. I'm leaving them behind my ranks here. I will get these guys ready to ignite my balls.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
That is totally fine. I will get them, ready to ignite my balls. Oh, forgot about these guys, actually. Frenzied charge, please. Come on, veteran riders, do your stuff.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Oh, should probably get some guys on these balls. So we smashed them there. I need to pull back with my cavalry because otherwise we're going to be hit by. Oh, it's only short swords, but we'll still charge on out. Beat the Celtic skirmishers back over here. I'm trying to set my balls on fire, which haven't worked very well at all.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
They are rolling a little bit, and they are a little bit on fire. But I think I've killed more of my own troops here. Yeah, I have. Which is obviously not good at all. So my balls weren't amazingly successful. Although I killed a few down here, they are rolling slightly. Ballista stop firing. Get my swords now to charge on down the flanks. Need to charge these short swords because one of my units is pinning them. We're going to flank round now. Just breaking against my defences, I'm hoping. And my spear troops can just hold them. Bringing 2 units over here to attack the slingers. Meanwhile, the rest of my troops sliding down the back of the enemy. We're about to save this unit of cavalry, hopefully with my other unit. Just going to charge on in, save the day before all my veteran riders go down. Do have a very large amount of troops here though, so oh, lost that cavalry unit. These guys will take a beating. I'm going to go straight for the Celtic skirmishers, which seemingly want to face my cavalry. I'm going to sweep across their lines here and break them as they meet against my spear bands. Smashed into their skirmishers here, which is good. Cross my lines. They are actually breaking me in the middle. Quite surprised by that. Got my general. Probably should use him to hold in the middle. Got a charge here. Get my spears to engage because they are pushing through the middle of my forces now. They've broken my middle. And again, I'm looking like the AI is going to be able to actually beat me over here. Forget about this unit of slingers over here. We need to bring them down here. We've just smashed into these guys here. We're going to waver them, smash them into oblivion. We will not lose here. We will gain victory. Determined to get that. Slingers, come on, fire on these guys here. They've really pushed through my ranks. These guys are not just the same weak Gaelic tribes I faced before. They're actually pretty darn good. A huge amount of slingers, and then they just punch through with their infantry. Chariots, pull yourselves through. My cavalry are pretty much all dead. Trying to go after these slingers here. There's a huge melee going on. Spear band trying to hold up against the short swords, which they're not well equipped to deal with, to be honest. That's why these guys are breaking my lines, because they are the short swords coming up against me. Probably going to slow my troops going over these stones anyway, but we've got to do it. And I've got to bring these guys back into the middle to help out. My swords have just kind of rallied and helped at the last moment possible. We've managed to break the enemy out there. I'm going to get my chariots to go after these guys up here, these skirmishers there. We've just pulled it back. Lost a lot of men though. My balls burnt my own men, which is not good. My burning balls. But it's these short swords and axe warriors that are able to cut through my spear bands. That's why I need to get those chosen guys out soon, because otherwise I'm going to find that my troops are relatively inferior. They're walking through the sharp stones, which is just great. We'll frenzy with some of my men there. But thankfully we're just managing to push them back at the right time. We're throwing enough weight and troops behind the enemy at the right time. And my general's just going to victory there. We're going to end the battle there. It's a costly victory indeed. We lost 1,494. Wow. The enemy killed most of those, just lost about 40 or so to my burning balls. We did manage to kill 2,605. That was a hard-fought slog there. And I'm not going to be able to deal a stinging blow to them just yet. They took a rather extensive chunk out of my army. Look at those ballistas they managed to take out as well. And they're going to pull back. And I've got another army here, which is fine, because I can push in with that now. But I was hoping to break apart their forces. Stop the adoption. Hells yes. Get off my general. The Mists of Doom. Other chiefs, elder chiefs, other chiefs. We'll go for you. I want you from my own one. What's this? Plus 10% to the number of battle captives. Heroic nobles, heroic riders, or chariots. I'm going to go for heroic riders. Chariots I just don't find that effective, if I'm honest. Send to pool. Natural causes. Yeah, my general. I could totally see that. It was my general. He was going to die at some point. And my druid. Ranked up. Conversion rate, can't do that. We'll go for dignitary. A noble death, yes, we can skip that there. So that was my faction leader as well, I believe. So it's this guy now, stepping up. Unless he wasn't already, I can't remember, but I swear the dude with the name that began with V that just died was he. And we still hold the majority share in the faction, which is all good. Oh, we can secure a promotion for you. Yeah, let's do that. Promotion secured. All good. And that, yeah, that hasn't taken too much away from our percentage. It's all good. So we've got this army up here in Octraduron, and we're getting ready to push out with them. What is the? Yeah, they can hack it. The Arverni are my allied or defensive allies for now, and I'm going to keep them like that. I'll probably see if I can make them into a client state or something like that. I don't think I can I? I think this is what I found last time. Yeah, no, I can't. But I can basically make them my bitch through defensive alliances. Yes, this is what we've built some rebels up here. So that's what we're trying to do, just create more rebels. Incite unrest. Sabotage successful. They'll have another army spawn there, because that way I don't have to go to war with them. So my forces that are left here are smashed apart. Really are not in a good way. So I'm going to descend upon the enemy with this army now. I'm going to take them out of defensive formation. We can't attack though, because I assume that this guy has done something here. Let's try and slaughter them. This spy. Enemy assassinated. Nice. Now we can attack. And I will... What are we going to do here? What's the auto-resolve like? Not that well. I'll fight it myself. We'll fight another battle. We get to use the scorpions this time. And bring the enemy down. The garrison army is being reduced to 546. And then what's left of their forces? Not very much. And they have a general, kind of their own heroic nobles general. And once it's done, I won't actually take the settlement with this army, although they probably will jump in. I'll take these guys out to continue pushing on, and I'll bring my wounded army in. Start the deployment. Heroic riders. Scorpions. It's a nice open plains here actually, so the scorpions can deploy right at the front. Missile armed warriors. Lovely to hear. Spearman. Good. You're behind there. Swords, you're going to be over on the right as usual. I'm now using now because you flank nicely. And my chariots are going to be up even higher on the right, and hopefully we can cause a lot of chaos and havoc there. And my general, you can stay behind the main bulk of my forces, but not that unit of chariots, please. There you go. You go up there, chariots. And so chariots, or instantly I'm just going to get you flanking round up here. Scorpions. Don't know if they're firing. What's their range? They're just about to fall into the reinforcement line. And we've got reinforcements coming in over here, which is going to be perfect because my chariots can just run them down. And I'm just going to get my chariots to run for that end unit there. We'll get this one going against the first few spear units. The next one going in there, and then the final one going in towards the end. And we'll watch that clash in a moment. I am just going to push forward with my skirmishers and my spearmen to basically save the scorpions. And here we go. In come the chariots. And their skirmishers are making a decent dent into my chariot, so we want to push through quickly before my chariots die. Run them down, my chariots. Run them down. There we go. Skirmish with them, chariots. That's it. That's the way. Taking out all their reinforcements now, and we're about to close off their escape here. Let's form a shield screen with my troops. Just in time. Get defensive. There are gaps in the line, but that'll be fine.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Scorpion bolts can now descend. These guys, let's frenzy the crap out of these guys. I'm going to pull these guys around the back and send this sword band unit to the slingers in the middle. These guys over here. My chariots though can filter in behind, and my general can actually just charge through the ranks, go for the slingers at the back. Get my general through the ranks because they've punched in hard here, mainly because they've got Oathsworn. That's what their general's bodyguard was, which are very deadly units, as we all know from multiplayer. Bring my cavalry behind so that we can then charge into the Oathsworn and other units here. Save my slingers.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
And now I can turn the general round with a frenzied charge. Here the Oathsworn come.
The men are wavering.
In we charge, into their faces, flanking round. So my general gone charging against the Oathsworn. I'm going to pull back now with the cavalry because my infantry are about to descend upon them. I'm going to get another charge in there shortly though. It's going to lose me quite a few men trying to pull them out through the enemy. We're now frenzying with swordband. They've shattered and broken, but we're going to continue this. I'm going to see that general die. Love that scream. That must have been fun in the recording booth that day. Bring the enemy general down. Let's probably get these scorpions stop firing. Probably have caused a fair bit of damage with them. Not realised. There we go. Enemy general's dead. Quite happy just now. I can quit it because we're attacking the settlement, so this will be their doom. So we lost 699. Bit of it friendly fire, not horrific amounts. The scorpions did alright. Chariots poning there. Yeah, my men holding the line. Slinger's doing alright as well. Happy days across the line. We've pretty much reduced the enemy to bare 300 left, but just keep smacking their shield with your sword. They will go down. And if not, we can just auto-resolve after this. The next engagement with them. They are shattered. They have to pull back, and that means I can just move in here. Auto-resolve. 37 deployed troops and 34 reinforcing. Aggressive stance. In the leg and then in the neck. They just collapse at the back. And occupy time.
Thirsty for battle.
Okay, and with that done, pulling these guys out, this army
I
in.
want hourly patrols.
They can replenish. These guys need to replenish as well, but we're going to get them. We'll do that separately. These guys, I think my general, yep, he's ranked up. And what can we get for him? Against barbarian tribes, melee attack skill, yeah, because we are going to be against barbarians quite a bit. And we're going to go for warrior with him. That's where I'm going to wrap up this part for now, guys. And next time we'll see if we can get Medhallan to revolt even further and get taken over by the Insubrees rebels. We're working on getting only one turn left on that Ironsmith, and then I can start recruiting Chosen Spear Band and Chosen Sword Band. That'll be through this army, the Sword of Power, the Swords of Power. They will recruit this new army of doom that will sweep down through Gaul and into Rome. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this part. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and if you look at the link in the description, there's a link to a poll about Lionheart t-shirts. Just a simple yes or no if you'd be interested in purchasing them at some point in the future. Just helps me right now know some numbers. That would be great. Also, feel free to check out my Batman Arkham Origins series, which has started recently as well. Ciao for now.